basketball fans. This is Pete Grigsby Jr. for the Intermountain Sports Network. We're at Prestonsburg High School tonight with the semifinal contest, first game of the girls' tournament here between Betsy Layne and Allen Central. And tonight I'm featuring the two coaching staffs of these two teams, and I'm calling it, like the sitcom in television, All in the Family. It's been all in the family this year with the Allen Central running Rebs, the Lady Rebs, and I have Coach Hopkins, and Coach Hopkins. But here is the head coach, Coach Hopkins. Tell us about you a little bit, about your basketball career at Allen Central. She's alumni, played basketball at Allen Central, had a great career.
Oh, yeah, Allen Central, when I played there, we had a very strong girls basketball team. We won the Class A title my freshman and junior year. The district also 2 years out of my 4 years there. Had some great teammates.
Who were some of them?
Well, we had Misty Scott playing guard, Crystal Martin, Natalie Coley, Jessica Martin, all great teammates, basketball players.
And what all did you win that year?
Well, my freshman year, like I said, we won the Class A title. We had a trip to Richmond. My sophomore year, we came up with the district. Junior year, we won the Class A title again, so made a trip back down to Richmond.
I think that qualifies you to be a coach. I really do.
Yeah, we had several good years at Allen Central. Two good coaches. I had Bonita come through my first two, and Anthony Moore my last two.
Well, congratulations on being the coach here. I'm going to ask Doug here something. Doug, what's your claim to fame in basketball in high school? I know you were a Daredevil one time.
I wore the blue and gold colors there, Coach. We had some good teams, I guess. My sophomore year probably was one of our best teams. We went to the region. We was down, 25 points from Pikeville. They was ranked in state that year. And we come back and beat them on a tip-in shot. We had the next year around, we went to the region again. We had several good teams, good years that year and everything. We had good players played with. I was fortunate enough to play with Coach Turner. And we had Mark Hall and Stacey Hall, the brothers, Keith Shelton, Dale Hinkle, Matt Johnson, and a bunch of other guys. But I was real fortunate to wear the blue and gold.
Boy, good career there, Doug, at the Daredevils. I want over here to another Daredevil, Daddy Hopkins. Daddy Hopkins over here played basketball for me at McDowell years ago. We won't say how long ago, Jim.
Just seems like only yesterday, Pete. Only yesterday, Coach.
Okay, right. Coach Hopkins. We got a Coach Hopkins on the family team here. Now, tell us about your basketball career. You had some really good days there at McDowell for me, and you were quite a scorer, a great shooter.
Well, I played 4 years at McDowell High School under Coach Grigsby. We had a really great, rich tradition there, strong basketball program, very good fundamentally coach. My first few years was I rode the bench. We had good players like Grady Stumbo and Dean Stewart, and Ronnie Moore, and Keith Howell, and Sean Howell, Jerry Patton, Will McCoy. We went to the region those 2 years. And as a junior, played my way in the lineup. We finished at 20 and 10 that year. Got me down first round of the district, but no one really thought we would do well. And we had players like Jerry Patton and Ricky Hall and Sonny Thornsbury. When I was a senior, we finished at 27 and 8. We were beaten out in the semifinal round by Wayland.
Upset it was.
Yeah, it was really upset.
We'd beaten them before, 2 weeks before, about 30 points.
Yeah, we beat them at home. About 32 points, and went to Wayland, beat them about 16. But they got the big one. They came back in the semifinals of the district and beat us, I think, about 10.
We beat Martin, didn't we, that year?
Well, I think, yeah, when I was a senior, Martin went to state that year, but I think that lost only two season games, and we beat them at McDowell and at Martin that year. They beat us in the Jenny Wiley and the preseason tournament.
Well, I'm proud of you, Coach Hopkins. Great career at McDowell as a player for me, and the Daredevils, also a good coaching career. Glad you're back in the saddle again.
Well, thank you. I'm just trying to
helping your daughter out.
Young man here.
All right, I'm going back over here, boys. Continue the segment of All in the Family with Betsy Layne. Thank you. Cassandra. I'm going over here and get the Betsy Layne coach. She's awfully busy, girl. Hey. is my second segment of tonight, All in the Family. Allen Central coaches are all family, and you're all family. So I think that's wonderful to have husband and wife coaching and working together. And does he give you a hard time if you make a bad decision, Cassandra?
Oh, all the time. He says all the time I won't listen to him.
You won't listen to him?
No, until after it's too late.
Well, what about that, Ron?
Well, she gets most of the credit, but she gives me a pretty hard time to it.
Well, tell us a little bit about your career now coaching, Cassandra. You started out at McDowell years ago, went to Betsy Layne. You have an excellent record.
I coached 3 years at McDowell and made 2 regional appearances there. I got beat out in the first round and then made it to the second round second year. And then this is my 8th year at Betsy Layne. And we've been very fortunate the last 4 years to have some good kids that stuck with us and a lot of good talent. And Rhonda came on board from the boys program during that time, and we've been very successful.
Well, now tell us about your team that went to the state regional champions. Who were some of the players?
I had 2 players that are playing in college right now. Kim Clark, who was the 15th Regional Player of the Year, she's playing at Pikeville College, and Crystal Daniels, who is playing at Alice Lloyd. And then another senior I had on the team, Brianne Akers, was a good athlete also. She is playing volleyball at Pikeville College. And then Kristen Smith decided not to go to college. She could have played too, my little point guard. And but she's working and going to college full time. So.
Great career, Ronnie. What does she have you doing over here on the bench when the game's getting close?
Well, I mostly just keep stats and try to recognize the defenses and that thing for the other team, and mostly just try to keep her off the officials, mostly. But mostly we just try to work together. Let one see maybe things that one don't see, maybe the other see, just.
Now, which one of you gets the most excited in a close game?
I believe she does. I try to keep.
I think it's about equal.
Do you have some kind of agreement? If one needs to jump out on the floor at the referee, the other grabs the other one?
Yeah, I think that's his job to grab me.
Okay.
Yeah. He's definitely the good cop in this situation.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right.
The Akers coaching staff at Betsy Layne High School doing a fantastic job. Tonight it's going to be family against family on the coaching staffs of Betsy Layne and of Allen Central. So with that, that's our pregame introduce. We're going to take you back to the station, be back before this fine basketball game. It'll be the rubber game between these 2 girls' teams, between Betsy Layne and Allen Central. This will be the decisive game of the season for them, and the winner will go on to the finals tomorrow night to play Prestonsburg at 7 o'clock here at Prestonsburg in the 58th District Tournament. So back to the station we go, Shane. Layne is kind of one of the better teams in the region. So you never can tell, Kevin. This is a rubber game between the 2 teams. They know each other, and they're well drilled and well coached. So we'll just have to see, like you say, how it goes the first quarter of action.
That's very true. And like you said, they're 1-1. Betsy Layne comes in here 4-2 in the district with the 2 seed. Allen Central actually just 1 game behind them at 3-3. So. But it's district tournament time. You throw the records out the window. Both teams got a lot of experience as far as the coaching staff. I mean, it's Jennifer Hopkins' first year, I think, at Allen Central, but, her dad's been in this game as long as we can all remember, so there's plenty of knowledge there, and with Ronnie and Cassandra Akers on the Betsy Layne staff, so it should be a good game, and little young players, younger team for Betsy Layne, as far as Megan Hamilton and Lindsay Martin, but they also start 2 seniors with Candace Mead and Whitney Tackett, and then Allen Central's got some juniors and seniors there. So I think we're about ready for the national anthem, so we'll go ahead and just turn it over here. I think it's going to be the Betsy Layne High School band performing it. Preston or Betsy Layne High School band.
All right, a nice hand there for the Star Spangled Banner. Betsy Layne High School doing a good job tonight. They played several renditions of different songs and tunes.
I'd like to also, before we get things started tonight, to say special thanks to the fine hosting school here at Prestonsburg. They've done a fantastic job, not only with parking and having the facility looking all nice and clean and ready, but hospitality and concessions. So we'd like to thank each and every one of those folks, but we know it's a lot of work, a lot of time involved in that.
It certainly is. Those sponsors do a heck of a job of sponsoring and helping out with the tournament like this for the children of Floyd County, the players, the athletes, coaches, principals, teachers, etc.
All right, Allen Central Lady Rebels being introduced. Number 1, Myra Belter. Number 22, Amanda Thacker. And one of the forwards, number 14, Sarah Johnson. And the other forward, number 15, Atlantic Klein. And the first lady introduced was number 25, Elizabeth Dingus. And of course, head coach Jennifer Hopkins. Now we'll be introducing the Lady Bobcats of Betsy Layne. That'll be the home team on the scoreboard. And one guard, number 20, Abby Tackett. And the other guard, number 14, Lindsay Martin. And the other guards, number 4, Megan Hamilton. One of the forwards, number 33, Whitney Tackett. And it's the other forward, number 10, Candace Smith, head coach Cassandra Akers. The winner of this ball game will take on the Prestonsburg Lady Blackcats tomorrow night in the championship game of the 58th district. Like I said, Pete, they're 1-1 as far as head-to-head, 4-2 versus 3-3, and I just look for an exciting ball game tonight. It seems like these teams always have a lot of talent and tradition. I know we're used to seeing the likes of Becky Thomas and Kim Clark and a few of those girls, but they're gone now. They've turned it over to another crop of kids, and excited to see what happens tonight.
And we're about set to go as the team's lining up for the jump ball. Betsy Layne to the right of our radio dial, and Allen Central to the left. They're seeds number 2 and 3 in the tournament. Betsy Layne number 2 seed, and Allen Central number 3. Semifinal contest. As Kevin said, the winner of this will go and advance to the finals tomorrow night here at Prestonsburg High School at 7 o'clock.
Candace Mead, I'm trying to make out the Lady Rebels number there.
Here's toss, and the tap goes over to the far sideline, picked up by Billiter of Allen Central. She's driving down the right side, cut off. Back outside it goes to Martin. Back to Billiter. Billiter setting the play up. Gives a go, drives to the left side of the lane, puts it up, no good. Air ball actually retrieved by Betsy Layne. And down in the corner underneath the block it goes. And up and in is number 4.
Megan Hamilton.
Megan Hamilton scores. First basket. Here's Martin. Beating a press, getting it across to her teammate, Belter. Belter has it. 2-3 zone for Cassandra Akers' Lady Bobcats. And Belter just stands outside, way outside. Now she tries to take the screen. Gets it on the right side. Back outside to Belter. That's Sarah Johnson. She's just standing out there dribbling the ball, Kevin. You imagine they're going to hold it for a while?
I think they may try to shorten the game down. That's what it appears to be.
On the left corner it goes. Allen Central moving around out top of the perimeter. Long 3. No good. That's taken by Amanda Thacker. Rebound goes outside, picked up by Belter.
Foul on Betsy Layne.
And
33.
She tried to get a shot off and was fouled.
Fouled on Whitney Tackett, her first, team first.
So it's Allen Central's ball underneath their own basket. Here's Martin trying to throw it inside. And Amanda Klein picks it up, but she's tied up. Arrow possession goes to Betsy Layne. So that's an errant pass inside. It was well crowded. And they tied it up. Betsy Layne's ball. Here's the half-court trap by Allen Central. Candace Meade with it. Over to the left wing it goes in the corner. Tackett out front. Candace Meade moving around out top. Tackett over the left side. Meade for three from the left wing. It's there.
Candace Meade with the long three, 5-0 here the first couple minutes of the opening quarter.
Full court pressure and a timeout on the court there. It's a 30-second timeout. And with that, Kevin's got some news for everybody.
We'll go ahead and give the sponsors a moment here. They're the ones that make everything possible for us. Appalachian Wireless, Pikeville College, Community Trust Bank, Cost Cutters, Pikeville Medical Center, Attorney Miller Kent Carter, Home Furniture, Charlie Pension Insurance, Sound House Music, Maggot Furniture, Sam's Hot Dog Stand, and Parkview Pharmacy. I'd like to send out a special thanks to those people. And now we'll turn it back over to you, Pete, for some play-by-play.
All right, ready to go again. It's 5-0. Betsy Layne out on top, and here's a throw-in to Belter. She almost fumbled it, picks it up backcourt. She guarded by Tackett. Over the left side it goes into Martin. On the baseline for two, no good by Allen Central, and trying to chase it down for rebound, but it goes out of bounds. It's Allen Central. Back to Betsy Layne.
I think that was Klein on the jumper there, and the numbers is hard to pick up on the Allen Central.
Here's Betsy Layne on the attack in front court. Back outside to the right side it goes. Long three attempt is no good by Hamilton. Picked up by Allen Central. Here's Martin. On the left wing goes in the corner. There's Belter driving the baseline, and she is found.
I believe that's going to be on number 33, Whitney Tackett. And if it is, that's going to be her second and team's second. So one of the starters already with 2 fouls here for Betsy Layne.
Dingus gets it in bounds, and they move it out top again. Little point guard has it. Left side it goes. Thacker has it. Belter. Thacker, long three again from the left wing, and it's no good. Running down on the far side is Dingus. She picks it up. Gets it outside. Here we set it up again. Long three from the right wing. Unleashed, but rebounded by Candace Meade. Here she goes, driving down the right side into the lane. She bounce passes, goes to the floor. And 2 or 3 girls after we have a pile-up.
Possession now. We'll go with Allen Central. Number 12, Kristen Flannery checks in for the Bobcats, replacing Whitney Tackett.
Here's Allen Central in backcourt, trying to beat that 2-2-1 pressure. They get across to Dingus. Dingus gets it over to Belter. Belter now dribbling the ball, sets it up, brings it outside. Her team's down 5-0. They haven't scored yet. Allen Central a little cold from the field. Belter top the key. Here's another shot from left wing. That time by Klein is good.
Klein's first field goal for Allen Central, a long three.
Half-court trap pressure on Betsy Layne on Candace Meade. She gets out and throws it underneath wide open. And laying it in is
Megan Hamilton.
Megan Hamilton. Number 4, 5'4", 8th grader. Here's Allen Central trying to answer on the other end, missing, and rebounded by Candace Meade. Candace seems to be all over the floor so far, start of this game. Hamilton gets it outside. Here's Meade. Hamilton top of key for 3. Almost banks it in. Long rebound to Belter. She scurries down the court. 2-on-2 break. Goes into the lane. Drives. Puts it up off the glass. There's contact in the foul.
We have fouls going against number 10. Candace Meade of Betsy Layne. It's her first, team third. And I think Belter will be at the line to shoot 2.
Seven to 3, early in the first quarter, semifinal contest. Belter on the line, puts up the first and makes it. How's the free throw shooting been so far in the tournament, Kevin? Been pretty good with her?
Pretty decent last night.
Decent. All right, here she knocks down the second one. It looked good on both of those for Belter, 7 to 5. 3:56 to play in the first quarter. Betsy Layne on top of Allen Central. Rubber basketball game tonight. Betsy Layne front court. Meade drives the baseline, cut off. Gives it to Hamilton. Hamilton for two, and she is fouled. Maybe three, I don't know. I couldn't see on this side, Kevin.
Number 25, Elizabeth Dingus, was her first. Team first.
Did she foul her before the shot?
I think it was actually after the shot. Would have been after the shot.
After the shot. Okay. Hamilton with it. Out of bounds. Looking. Tries to throw it to Meade. Belcher knocks it to the floor. Picked up by Allen Central. That's Dingus. Getting it over to Klein. Klein driving, loses the ball. And we got a whistle. I don't know what happened. Reach in or steps. Okay.
Klein was a little out of control there. So.
Half-court trap, 1-3-1 by Allen Central. Betsy Layne breaks it in the corner and intercepted by Belcher, but she steps out of bounds as her momentum carried her out of bounds when she intercepted that pass.
Good defensive play there. You're right. When she came down, she was on the sideline there. So.
It's Betsy Layne's ball on the far side. Candace Meade gets it in. Out front to Tackett. Tackett playing the point guard. Top of the key. Looking for help. Almost loses it. Picks it up. Goes to the right wing. Unleashes long three. No good. Rebound goes outside and Meade gets it. She chases it down. Now she has it top of the key. She gives it over to Tackett. Tackett. And a long three attempt. No good. Rebounded by Allen Central Dingus. Here's Klein driving through the lane, gives out to Belcher on the left side. Zone defense. There's a pass over top of the defense and is fumbled out of bounds. Turnover for Allen Central. How many turnovers do they have, Kevin, so far?
It's about 4.
Defense of Betsy Layne's pretty good right now. Allen Central coming back half-court pressure. Underneath it goes, and missing on that shot was Hamilton. AC picks it up in backcourt. Klein gets it to Belcher. 7-5. Both teams struggling a little bit on offense right now. But the defense as well. And Belcher miscommunicated with a teammate and threw it out of bounds. Who was that she was trying to throw to?
I think it was maybe Dingus or Klein there. Maybe Klein, actually.
Okay. It's Layne on that turnover. Has possession. Down the corner it goes to Hamilton. Back out top. Betsy Layne with the basketball. Long three and good by Tackett.
I think they just got her 2 there. She had a toe on the line. So 9-5 now. 1:53 to go here in the first quarter.
Allen Central trying to answer. Klein Meade intercepts the pass into Klein. She has the ball on the far side driving. Stops. Gives it in the corner to Hamilton. She puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Klein. Klein throws it down court quickly to Belcher. Belcher driving in the lane. Puts it up on the run. Shot block. She retrieves it. Tries to save the ball from going out of bounds. It's off her knee. Back to Betsy Layne on that turnover.
Got a substitute number 5, Taylor Hott. Checks in for Betsy Layne. And number 53, Faith Reynolds, also checks in.
Here's Betsy Layne in backcourt. Hott gets it over to Meade. Meade throws it down underneath on the miss there by Betsy Layne underneath. That was Tackett.
I think she's going to get the personal foul here also after the miss. She was over the back. That's her first. Team fourth, so 2 on Whitney Tackett and 1 on Amy Tackett and 1 on Candace Meade. Allen Central only 1 team foul.
Belcher gets it over to Klein. Klein tries to throw it inside the Dingus. Good defense by Betsy Layne. They pick it up. Candace Meade driving down the right side to go to Hawk. Hawk loses the ball. Hawk is picked. Outlet pass down to Belcher. 1-on-1. She drives under, puts it up, scoops it, and no good. Shot is falling. It's knocked out of bounds by Betsy Layne back to Allen Central. Here's Dingus. Throws it inbounds to, well, that was just a fumble of a basket to Klein. I mean, the ball was just, I don't know how she missed that one. It's just a bad pass at her feet, I guess.
About 8 turnovers here for the Lady Rebels in the first quarter.
Having trouble with handling the basketball, taking care of it. Here's Betsy Layne with it. Inside it goes on the curl move, and a beautiful shot by Tackett. Pass from the left wing. Allen Central then goes in the lane, gives it outside to Klein. She loses the ball. Picked up by a teammate, Dingus. Dingus saves it. She throws away. Gives it to Hott. Hott drives all the way up and is fouled.
See who that foul is against Allen Central. Number 22, Amanda Thacker, her first, team second. Taylor Hott. Get the line to shoot two and give Betsy Layne a chance to move this lead out to 8.
And she misses the first toss.
First trip to the line for the Betsy Layne team. Allen Central's 2 for 2.
Hott is a 5'4", 7th grader, and she rolls in the second one, a 7th grader. What about that?
A lot of young.
Go ahead, Kevin.
A lot of young players out there. I know for Betsy Layne, I haven't had a chance to look over the roster for Allen Central, but I know they're playing several grade schoolers. Matter of fact, Megan Hamilton, leading scorer, is only an 8th grader, so shows you how young they actually are. I know Candace Meade is probably their best player all around, but as far as leading scorer, Megan Hamilton.
Here's Meade on the toss in after that turnover by Allen Central in backcourt. Betsy Layne with the ball. 7-point lead, 16 seconds to go. Here's Betsy Layne's Tackett and moving around that Tackett to Hott on the right wing. She has an ocean, drives on the baseline, puts it up good. Taylor Hott, a 7th grader, and as you said, Kevin, there's 4 8th graders on the roster. With that, we come to the end of the first quarter action here at Prestonsburg High School. 58th District Tournament action is 14-5. Betsy Layne on top of Allen Central. We'll take to the station and be back for second quarter action. This is your Intermountain Sports Network.
Ready to tip off here. Betsy Layne over Allen Central 14-5. Take it away, Mr. Pete Grigsby.
Thank you, Kevin. Onside kick, and here we go. Second quarter action. Betsy Layne with the basketball. Martin out front. Gives it on the side. It goes to Hamilton. Back out front to Meade. Meade fakes. Drives. Cut off. The right side. Cross-court pass. It goes to Hott. There it is for Hamilton.
Got a turnover there.
And she made an unforced turnover. She started to pass it and then stopped, and then walked with the ball. Here's Dingus, inbounds in backcourt for AC. Full court pressure by Betsy Layne. To Belter, Belter to Klein. Klein drives under through the lane, puts up the left hand, and there's contact and a foul.
I think that foul is going to be on number 53, Faith Reynolds for Betsy Layne. It's her first, team 5th, and Klein will be at the line. Got 3 points to lead Allen Central. Of course, they only had the 1 field goal there in the quarter.
She misses on the first attempt. Now she's ready for the second. Left-hander, a southpaw, puts it up and makes the second one, 14-6. Betsy Layne now on top. This is a rubber match between these two teams. Half-court pressure, 1-2-2 by Allen Central. Throwing away is Meade. Here's Klein with it. Klein to Belter. Belter moves under, puts it up. No good. Shot blocked. Retrieved by Hott. Hott goes to the floor with the ball, gets it out to Meade. Good save by Hott. Meade coming across the mid-stripe. And the three-pointer on the way from the right wing is too strong. Rebounded inside by Allen Central's Klein. Now Klein brings it down the court by herself. Gets it on the right side. Back to Klein. Hott has it. Hott knocks it floor. They go for it. It's a tie-up, and arrow possession to Allen Central. Good defense by Hott. Only a 7th grader.
Taylor Hott. Whitney Tackett checks in, number 33, replacing number 10, Candace Meade for Betsy Layne. 14-6, 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Klein, long 3.
And she misses the rebound on the other side, up and in by a teammate, number 14, that's Sarah Johnson.
Foul is on number 4, Megan Hamilton. It's her first, team 6. And Sarah Johnson, nice offensive rebound and put back. Change to complete the 3-point play, and she does.
And she does with the 5'9" senior. Sophomore. Sarah Johnson's sophomore. Here's Betsy Layne, half court, throws it into Tackett on the baseline, drives, gives under to Hamilton. Hamilton wide open, lays it in. Nice feed that time by Tackett. He drove the baseline. Here's Allen Central working in backcourt. Across the mid-stripe goes Bilton. She's double team, gives it down the right side to Johnson, into Klein. Klein wide open, finds number 22 in there, Amanda Thacker. And she puts it in. 16-11. Allen Central showing a little more of offensive thrust right now.
That's 6 in the quarter. Only had 5 in the entire first quarter.
Here's Hamilton driving for Betsy Layne, and she's fouled, reach-in foul.
Fouls on number 14, Sarah Johnson, her first, team third. And I think number 23 checks in for Betsy Layne, Annie Meade.
Here's Betsy Layne with the basketball, hot on the right wing, throws it into Tackett. Tackett spin move and puts it up and in. Whitney Tackett, 5'7" senior. Only 1 or 2 seniors on this squad, Kevin.
Whitney's first 2 in the ball game.
Here's Allen Central breaking the pressure, gives it across to Klein. Klein has it in the high post. Gets it over to a long 3, no good by Allen Central. Dingus goes for it, and so does
Martin, number 14 of Betsy Layne. Should be guilty with over the back. That's her first and team second. So the Lady Rebels will be in the 1-1 for the remaining 5:49 of the half. So a chance to get back in, maybe some shooting from the foul line.
Here's Dingus on the foul line. Her team down to 7. Puts up the first one, and she gets the second bonus now. It's good.
Allen Central's 5 out of 6 from the foul line.
Second one on the way. That's a bonus shot. It's also good. 18-13, 5:49 to play. Betsy Layne on top of Allen Central. Here's Betsy Layne in backcourt. Half-court trap by AC. 1-2-2. Down it goes Whitney Tackett in the post. She throws it away. Deflected, knocked out of bounds by Allen Central. It's back to Betsy Layne.
Number 14, Johnson, back in the lineup, replacing Billiter for Allen Central.
Whitney Tackett inbounds it on the far side. She gets it to Johnson. Sarah Johnson gets it over to Hot. Hot the long 3 from the right wing. No good. It bounces out of bounds. So it will be over to Allen Central. That ball bounced all the way to the end line, and Allen Central gets it back.
Candace Meade, number 10, back in the lineup for Betsy Layne.
Here's Billiter in backcourt to Dingus. Back to Billiter. Moves it across. Tries to throw it inside. Throws it away. Good defense for Betsy Layne. Picked up by Candace Meade. She loses it from behind. Picked up by 25 is Dingus. Saved that one or intercepted it, and I think she's fouled.
Fouls on number 10, Candace Meade. It's her second, teammate. So Allen Central will be back at the line.
Elizabeth Dingus is going to the line. A sophomore, 5'6" sophomore. Puts up the first one. She misses, so she doesn't get the bonus. It's Whitney Tackett with the rebound, and she gets it to her teammate on the far side, Sarah Johnson. Allen Central in the man-to-man right now. Almost intercepts it. Loose ball on the floor. Picked up by Betsy Layne. The ball was knocked back over across the mid-stripe by Betsy Layne, says the referee. So it's a turnover, Kevin. And Allen Central will take it out of bounds on the far side.
Tackett checks back in the lineup for Betsy Layne, number 20. Beat Allen Central's outscored them 8-4 here in the quarter.
4:58 to play. Billiter. On the right side it goes. Back to Billiter. They just pass it back and forth now. Billiter gets it on the baseline to Johnson. She drives, puts it up, no good. Inside rebound by Ding. She puts it up, no good. Rebound by Whitney Tackett. Tackett gets it to me. She's driving. Down the lane it goes. To Hamilton. Hamilton on baseline misses a runner. Rebound goes to Allen Central Dingus. I believe Megan got it from behind.
This is going to be her second. Team night. Got a timeout on the floor here. Full timeout. So with that, we'll go ahead and take a break on your Intermountain Sports Network. 18-13, Allen Central trailing Betsy Layne. Dingus up the line here to shoot the 1-1 again.
And here we go. She's ready for the bonus. Puts it up, and it rolls in. She got the friendly roll from the front of the rim, down the side, and hit the backboard and in.
She's 3 out of 4 now in the ball game. All in this quarter.
Dingus ready for number 2, and she gets the bonus. Doing very well on the foul line tonight. the Lady Rebs are. 18-15 within 3 points of Betsy Layne. There's an area pass inside, picked off by Allen Central. That's Dingus driving with the left hand off the backboard for 2. She drove 3/4 the length of the court for that after she made that interception. Good move by Elizabeth Dingus.
1 point game.
Here's Meade on the right side. Trapped. Throws it across to his teammate Sarah Johnson, and it goes out of bounds. Well, Allen Central making a run here in the second quarter, Kevin.
They've outscored them 12-4 and got it down to 1. And like I said, that pressure defense there forced a 10-second call. Chance to take the lead here now with 4 minutes to go in the half.
Here's Dingus on left wing, back to Bill, high post to Klein. Dingus for 3, no good on the long shot from the left wing. It's knocked out of bounds by teammate Johnson. It's back to Betsy Layne in back court.
Johnson might have got away with a little bit over the back there.
Here's Betsy Layne, Sarah Johnson. Gets it over to Hamilton. She's double teamed. There's the intercepted pass, knocked to the floor. Allen Central comes away with it in their front court. Dingus has it. Back outside, over the right side to Johnson. Johnson wide open. There's Dingus open on the low block on a diagonal pass from the right wing. And they go ahead by 1 point. Big run here by Allen Central.
This trap defense is really causing Betsy Layne a lot of problems.
Yes, it is. Half-court trap. They're trapping in the corners right now. Betsy Layne is walking with the ball on that double team. So the momentum has changed here, Kevin, in the last few minutes.
Yes, it has.
Here's Allen Central on the attack. Dingus, left wing looking, gets it back out front to Billington. Dingus, 18-footer on the way, no good left side. Picked off by Betsy Layne. Betsy Layne drives with the ball. Lindsey Martin gets it on the baseline to Hamilton. She throws it away. And loose ball in backcourt, rolling, out of bounds. The referee says, well, Allen Central, you knocked it out of bounds. It's Betsy Layne's ball. That looked like a bowling ball going back through there.
Pete, I got 1st and 10. What you got?
I want to know something. Shane, was that a strike? That last bowling ball went down the floor?
Number 5, Hot back in the lineup for Betsy Layne.
Here's Hot on the right side. In the corner, she throws away over top of Candace Meade, and all of a sudden, the Lady Bobcats are making turnover after turnover. Here's Belter.
6 in the quarter, 9 in the ball game.
Long pass down court it goes to Thacker. She has it, drives through the lane, and there's a lot of contact, so I know they can get either traveling or 2 fouls. I think we really got it here.
Got number 5, Taylor Hawk, her first, team 10, so Allen Central will be in the double bonus for the 2:25 of the half.
Here's a crucial factor in the game right now. Allen Central is in the double bonus, and only 3 team fouls this half on Allen Central.
Yes, that's
so
correct.
Betsy Layne won't get to the foul line probably this half, but 2:25 to play. Second toss is up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Betsy Layne. That's Tackett with the ball. Out front she goes. On the right side to Hot. She has the ball in front court, driven around out front. Here's Hot on the left side to Meade. Zone defense half court now for Allen Central. Hot on the right wing looking. Nobody in the post. There's a whistle away from the ball.
Foul is on number 22, Thacker, her second. Only the team 4th. Betsy Layne to inbound it.
Bring me a water, too, will you?
Here's
And you got anything else?
Meade. Forced a turnover and from down on Central back up the floor. There's Thacker with it. Gets it over to Billiter.
Allen Central with the basketball. Thank you, Kevin. I was talking to my buddy Bo Scott just a second. He brought us some refreshments up here. In the corner goes long 3. No good. Picked off by Martin. Lindsey Martin with the ball for Betsy Layne. In the corner goes in the low block, and it's thrown away again. Another turnover, picked off by Johnson. Allen Central, she's driving. Gives it to Dingus. Dingus puts up a left-hand layup, no good. Rebound inside by AC to go to the floor. There's a tie-up and a jump ball arrow possession to Betsy Layne. Well, 19 to 18. Betsy Layne been stuck on that 18 for how long?
They've only scored 4 points this quarter, so they got those early. So they've been in a drought for about 5 minutes. But they're only down 1, so that's one good thing.
1:10 to go. Here's Johnson. Over it goes to Meade. Half-court pressure again. That's been very effective for Allen Central. Coach Jennifer Hopkins using it extensively in this game. Hot in the corner for Betsy Layne. Moves it back out front to Johnson. Over it goes. Back out to Tackett. Hot in the corner. 8th grader doing a good job. I think she's an 8th grader. And a long three that time put up by Betsy Layne is no good. Rebound run down in the corner, thrown away, picked up by Dingus of Allen Central. Trying to save it out of bounds and threw it right in their hands. Down court it goes to Klein. Klein puts up a left-hander. She's open, puts it up again. It's in.
Klein now with 6 in the ball game.
21-18. Allen Central on the big run here in the second quarter. Betsy Layne having trouble taking care of a basketball, and there's another throwaway. Here's Allen Central with the basketball now. Belter picked it up on the inside. It goes to Dingus. Dingus turns around, puts it off the glass with 2. Well, just at the buzzer, Allen Central scores on the low block, and it's 23-18. What a turnaround. Allen Central on top of Betsy Layne at halftime here at Prestonsburg High School in the 58th District Tournament. We'll take you to the station. Be right back for stats and other comments about this first half of action. This is your Intermountain Sports Network.
Time here at Prestonsburg High School. Halftime score 23-18. Allen Central over Betsy Layne. As my sidekick Pete Grigsby here wraps up a quick dinner, I guess we could say, here at halftime, and we're about ready to get things started.
We got to thank Bo Scott for all this good food.
Yes, and people here at Prestonsburg for the fine hospitality.
Here's Allen Central with the basketball, leading by 5 on that great run they made in the second quarter. Dingus on the right side, looking inside, back out front to Belter. Inside to Klein, high post, over to Johnson for 3. Missing. Rebound inside by Dingus, puts it up and misses. Meade on the rebound for Betsy Layne. She power drives it down the near sideline, gets it across midcourt. Over it goes to Hamilton. There's Whitney Tackett for 2 on the baseline. Rebounded by Klein on the missed shot. Down court, trying to throw it to a teammate was Klein, and she threw it away. That was Amanda Thacker trying to run it down. There's a turnover for Allen Central.
Leading scorers in the first half. Elizabeth Dingus led Allen Central with 10. Got all 10 of them in the second quarter. Betsy Layne was led by Megan Hamilton with 6.
Here's Betsy Layne in half court now on the attack. They've been stymied with 18 points. There's a throwaway underneath the basket, but it's out of bounds. As Dingus couldn't pick it up, and she stepped on the inline. So Betsy Layne gets the ball back. Down to 5 points. Well, they've been stuck on that 18 points a long time.
They were outscored 18-4 in the second quarter.
Here's another turnover of Betsy Layne. Turnover by Allen Central. Here's Whitney Tackett with it. Gets it to Meade. Back to Hamilton for 2.
Megan Hamilton now with 8 in the ball game.
Here's Allen Central. Now full court pressure by Betsy Layne. Throwing it over to Johnson. Johnson drives, puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebounded inside by Betsy Layne. Tackett. Tackett throws it down deep to Hamilton. Hamilton back to Tackett. Top of key is Tackett. Gives it over to teammate Sarah Johnson. Johnson to Tackett. Over for Whitney Tackett for 3. Well, that's unusual for her to come outside and hit. What was that, a 2-pointer or a 3-pointer? I couldn't tell.
23-22 now, 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Long drought for Betsy Layne. Allen Central with the ball in front court. Just moving around out top against that 2-3 zone of Betsy Layne, which Coach Cassandra Akers has been very successful with. Now it's a 1-2-2. But Allen Central just pulls it back outside with Belter driven the ball, looking over that 1-2-2 zone. Inside it goes to Johnson. Johnson throws away. Dingus breaking to the basket on the backdoor cut. She threw it away where she wasn't. And it's turnover.
Good idea by both. Dingus wanted to make the back door, but the pass was behind her.
And on the far side, Betsy Layne is throwing it away. It's knocked out of bounds by Allen Central, though. That was Hamilton with the ball. Now Meade takes it inbounds on the far side, looking inside. Over he goes to tackle, intercepted. Nice interception by Dingus, and Dingus drives under and has a shot blocked. Good defense by Betsy Layne's Meade.
Candace Meade was the one that threw it away, but coaches love to see that hustle and got back and was able to get the clean defensive block there. So
here's Dingus looking, throws it in the corner, knocked out of bounds by Meade. It's interesting that Coach Akers has come back with her two seniors starting the second half, Kevin. They didn't start together the first half. They subbed in for each other, but they're both starting this half. Here's Klein for two as she got the inbounds pass, about a 12-footer right of the key. And Betsy Layne now is on the attack. Tackett, baseline to Meade, drives under, double team. Throws it back out to Hamilton for three. She got a three out of that. And with that, there's a timeout on the court. 25-25. It's all tied up.
I think it's official.
What? What's the call?
They only gave it a two, but I think it was a three. But
well,
one referee official raised his arms as a three, but the other guy on the other side only gave it a two. So. But anyway,
well, from here it looked like a three, but we couldn't tell.
I had a good angle at it, Pete, and I thought both.
All right. Shane had a good look at it. He said it's two. And we said it's three. Well,
Shane and I disagree. We'll look at it at the studio tonight, Shane.
Okay. Okay, fellas, I'm in the middle. Which way we go? I have to go with the referees on it, I guess.
25-24 anyway. 4:50 to go here. Betsy Layne trailing by one.
And there's a long three by Tackett. She any relation to you, Kevin?
I'm not for sure which one the Tackett family's got up, but she could be, and that was definitely a three. And with that, we'll go ahead and take well, it's only a 30 seconds, so we'll keep it right here. Betsy Layne's fought her way back now, Pete, after only scoring four there in the second quarter. It's kind of a tale of two quarters there. Allen Central struggled with offense in the first quarter, only 5 points. Betsy Layne only 4 in the second quarter. And Allen Central with a 5-point lead at halftime, but now Betsy Layne with a quick 9, now scoring 9-2 to start this quarter. So.
Well, it's a seesaw battle. Betsy Layne regaining that momentum they had in the first quarter. Allen Central successful with half-court pressure, but it seemed like the Betsy Layne settled down and solved that somewhat, and their defense is playing good, causing Allen Central problems now.
Yeah, Allen Central in that trap there they employed in the second quarter really gave Betsy Layne fits. So it'll be interesting to see if they can maybe go back to that press, trapping off their defense.
Here's Allen Central backcourt working against that pressure. Dingus gets to Johnson. Johnson to Klein. Across midcourt, Klein has it, drives under, puts it up with the left hand. She came from the left wing. Good move by Klein. She's a strong athlete going to that basket with the left hand.
Foul zone number 10, Candace Meade. That's her third. Only the team's first here in the half.
Alana Klein is a 5'9 senior. She goes to the foul line. 4:39 to play in the third quarter. 27-25. Now make it 27-26. Betsy Layne on top of Allen Central.
Got 9 in the ball game. 2 out of 3 from the foul line.
AC's done pretty well from the foul line. Second one is also good. 27 up. It's all tied up. Full court pressure. 1-2-2. Full court pressure. Betsy Layne has it in back court. And throwing away is Allen Central. I'm sorry, Betsy Layne. Allen Central defense was effective. And that was Hamilton throwing it away. Megan Hamilton. Who was she throwing that to?
I think she was trying to get it to Martin, and Martin had her back turned. So.
Okay. It just sailed out of bounds unmolested. Here's Belter. Across the mid-stripe she goes. Well guarded by Tackett. She throws high post to Johnson. Over it goes to Thacker. Thacker back outside to Belter. Thacker on the right wing on baseline to Dingus. Dingus double team. Tied up. Goes to the floor. She's called for traveling. Well, Turnover time. Tied up, 4:14 to play. Here's Betsy Layne right of our radio dial. Meade gets it inbounds. Trapped in the right side, back to Meade. She breaks the pressure, goes across the mid-stripe. Gives it down on the right side to Hamilton for two. Pulls up on a nice 16-footer.
Megan Hamilton was 6 in the quarter, 12 in the game. Pete Allen Central's outshot Betsy Layne 14-2 from the foul line.
And breaking the pressure, a nice pass from Klein to Belter. She streaks under for easy layup when they broke that full court pressure and ties it up again. Here's Hamilton. Across the mid-stripe on the right side she goes. To Johnson, to Hamilton, baseline to Tackett. Whitney throws it back outside to Johnson. She fakes, moves in. Tackett throws it underneath to Candace. She has a shot blocked from behind, picked up by AC. That's Dingus with it, and she gives it to Thacker. Thacker gets across to Belter. Inside high post to Bramble. I can't see the number of that. That was,
I think that's Dingus, maybe, or Klein.
Johnson. 14
Johnson. 14.
It's hard to see those numbers from up here sometimes.
Okay.
Kind of faded, aren't they?
Yes, especially the Allen Central.
Here's Betsy Layne. Hamilton gets it across at into Tackett, baseline to Candace Meade. Long three from the right side for Hamilton. Down, that's a three-pointer. Here's AC working against that pressure. Candace Meade intercepts pass at the mid-stripe, has it. Pulls up on the left wing there in front court. Now, good interception by Candace Meade of that pass at the midcourt. Here's Johnson. Gets it over to Hamilton, who pops outside. That was Meade. Top of the key. Meade lets it fly for three. In and out, and no good. Rebound fought for. Belcher comes away with it. Gets it out to Thacker. She's driving into the lane. Gets it to Klein. Klein streaks under, misses the layup. Ball batted outside to Thacker.
She's going to be fouled by number 4, Megan Hamilton. Betsy Layne. That's her third. Team's second.
Betsy Layne streaking out to a three-point lead now, but Thacker has a chance to cut into that lead. Up with the first one, too strong.
0 for 3 from the foul line.
You know, one of the advantages AC had that first half is they got into double bonus that second quarter, and Betsy Layne didn't even get to the bonus.
Allen Central's only had 14 fouls in the entire game.
Yeah, and making the second one is Thacker. It's 32-30.
Number 20, is that 23 or 13 there? Checks in for Allen Central. I think it's 23, Kim Belcher.
Well, referees are talking something over.
22 sets down Thacker. Maybe they had 6 players on the floor.
Full court pressure. Betsy Layne handles it. Gives to Candace Meade. She tries to, and she drives through 2 defenders, and one of them fouled her.
I think that's number 14, Sarah Johnson. That's her second. Team first to the half. So 2:31 to go here in the third quarter. 32-30. Betsy Layne over Allen Central.
Candace Meade gets it inbounds to Martin. Martin has it across mid-court. She goes to Meade in the right corner, back out front to Hamilton. Over goes to Tackett. Baseline to Martin for 2, missing. Rebounded by Dingus on the far side. She power drives it across the mid-stripe. Holds up. Gives it to Klein. Klein sets it up, gives it to Belter. Belter out front with it now. Way over on the left wing it goes to Dingus. Dingus gives it on baseline to Thacker. Thacker fakes, drives through, gives it to Klein in the high post. Puts it up left hand, no good, in and out. Rebound fought for and is tied up.
I believe it's going to go with Betsy Layne. Candace Meade tied up with one of the Lady Rebels. Now 22 Thacker back in the lineup. Replaces Dingus, I believe.
Yeah, so there's where Dingus goes out for AC, and it's Betsy Layne on the attack, facing half-court pressure. Here's Martin, over it goes to Hamilton. Hamilton, they move it down to Meade in the corner from Tackett. Meade fakes, drives, cut off, throws it away. Good defense. She runs over Allen Central player, but they didn't call anything. Down court to Klein. Klein puts up a jumper and off the glass for 2. About an 8-foot jumper driving to the hoop, a pull-up J. What about that? It's unusual to see a girl make a pull-up J.
Klein was 6 in the quarter, 12 in the game now.
Here's almost an interception. It is. The little hustler Belter goes for a half-court pressure trap and gets it. Goes to the floor, and she's fouled as she retrieved that basketball. Good defense by the little guard.
Foul zone number 10, Candace Meade. It's going to be her 4th and team 3rd. Crystal Flannery replaces her, and number 5, Taylor Hott, checks in for Betsy Layne.
Here's Belter. Score tied up again, folks. 1:15 to play in the third quarter. Becker in the corner goes back to her, and she is fouled.
Fouls will go number 5, Taylor Hott. That's her second, team fourth. Fouls are starting to mount again against Betsy Layne.
Backer inbounds it on the near side. She gets in the backcourt to Belter. Belter drives around Hot. Top of the key. Gives it over to Klein. Klein fakes. Gives the ball up into the corner. Back out to Belter. Belter driving into the lane all the way. Scoops it up off the board. Too hard. Rebound fought for. She comes away with it. Puts it up again off the glass for 2. Boy, what hustle by the little point guard, Maria Belter, 5'5" senior guard for Allen Central. Working really hard here in this game. Betsy Layne breaks the pressure to attack it. Back outside it goes to Martin for 2, 18-footer.
Martin's first 2 in the ball game. Tied up at 34 now.
And Allen Central on the attack has the ball slapped from behind that time by Betsy Layne defender Sarah Johnson, but it's back to AC with 26 seconds to go. It'll be their ball underneath the basket. Backer inbounds the ball for AC. Looking in backcourt to Belter, top of the key. 25 seconds. Facing that 2-3 zone now. In the corner, it goes to Backer for 3, and she nails it. Beautiful shot. High arcing one. Nothing but bottom of the net. Here's Martin to Tackett. Tackett's double team mid-court. Still double team. Can't get rid of the ball. Finally throws it away. Ball's batted around. Picked up by Belter. In backcourt, she streaks under with the left hand, misses the layup. Is she fouled? What was the whistle? Was there a whistle there, Kevin?
I think they got Martin with the foul. They do. Her second, team 5th foul.
Well, will we have the foul shot coming up? Yes, don't go away quite yet. Belter will go to the foul line for 2 after the buzzer. Both teams gone to the bench, but she's out there by herself with 2 free throws. And she has worked hard to get those free shots, and she makes the first one. 5'5" senior guard doing a terrific job for Coach Hopkins, Jennifer Hopkins. Second one puts up. It's also good, and it gives AC a 39-34 lead at the end of the third quarter. We'll take you to the station. Be right back. This is your Intermountain Sports Network. Some history about Allen Central High School. Bonita Compton, 58th District champs in 1990, 91, 92, 93. 4-peat for Bonita Compton, who is now our athletic director of the Floyd County School System. Allen Central just lost the ball. Belter went to the floor. There's a scramble for the loose ball. Klein goes to the floor. But that is something when you can say 4 times back-to-back, a school, whether it's boys or girls, in the 58th District wins it 4 times in a row. And Bonita Compton did that as coach at Allen Central High School. Hats off to Bonita and her girls who did that in the early 90s.
Foul is on Klein. That's her second, team second.
Here's Betsy Layne with the ball. Long 3 attempt, no good, but Betsy Layne rebounded by Dingus, who's back into the game. She moves across the mid-stripe. She's well guarded, gets it over to her teammate, back to Klein, who's out there helping. She throws it away. Picked up on the far side by Tackett. Betsy Layne, she's driving, and she throws it away. Belter picked her pocket. Boy, the little point guard for Allen Central's been all over the floor tonight. She's done a terrific job, I think.
The Allen Central shot Betsy Layne 18-2 from the foul line.
And here's Allen Central having the ball knocked out of her hands. Martin goes up with Hot and knocks it out of Belter's hands. And with that, Coach Jennifer Martin and Jimmy Martin and Jennifer Hopkins and Doug Hopkins want a timeout. They get a timeout. And with that, we'll take you to the station. 34-39. AC back on top in the seesaw contest. This is your Intermountain Sports Network.
Allen Central leading 39-34. Take it away, Mr. Grisby.
Thank you, Kevin. As Klein hits it in the post, back to Belter, streaking through. And what a shot. She almost backed that one in. It rolled out. Dingus on the rebound, puts it up finally, and she misses. Ball's fought for, and Whitney Tackett comes away with it for Betsy Layne. On the far side is Hot. She moves across top of the key. takes a long three. 20-footer is short, no good. Rebound fought forward, but there's Klein with it for AC. She moves across the mid-stripe. In the corner it goes. Back outside to Belcher. Top of the key over to Klein. She's on the left wing now. Klein almost throws away. Save by Belcher. And it does go out of bounds finally as Belcher couldn't handle it. It's a turnover time for Allen Central.
Candace Meade, number 10, checks back in, replacing number 5, Taylor Hott. Coach Cassandra Akers and the Lady Bobcats.
Here's Martin in backcourt for Betsy Layne. Facing a half-court trap, 1-2-2, half-court trap. Hamilton throws it back cross-court. They get it to Martin. Martin in the corner down to Tackett. Tackett doubles in, gets it back out to Hamilton. Hamilton throws inside to Tackett, misses a layup, wide open. Can't be any more open than that, can you, Kevin?
No, it's a good offensive sense. Just able to convert the layup.
Here's Allen Central front court. Thacker on left wing. Klein outside now. And Allen Central has in the corner. Dingus drives baseline, puts it up on a run, misses. Contact. She goes to the floor. Rebounded by Martin. Here comes Betsy Layne. Betsy Layne pass into Hamilton on the low block. She puts it up and misses it.
I think that foul's going to be on Belcher. That's going to be her first. Only the team third foul here, and we're 5 minutes and 42 seconds in the fourth quarter. Megan Hamilton will be at the line to shoot 2.
Megan's done fairly well tonight, hasn't she?
Got 15 to lead all scores.
Misses the first one. Just as we start to brag on her a little bit, she missed that first free throw, but she'll probably get this one.
Third attempt for Betsy Layne as a team, Pete.
And she missed both of them. Rebounded by Belcher of Allen Central. 5:35 to play in the fourth quarter. The winner of this game will play in the finals tomorrow night. Here's Klein in the high post. Loses it. Goes to the floor. She and me goes after. It's a tie up, and arrow possession goes to Betsy Layne. You know, Kevin, arrow possession's all right, but I'm in favor for jump ball. I really do. I think it's more action. I know it saves time in the arrow possession, but I like the old-fashioned jump ball.
I can speed up the game. Don't you just cut down on a 30-second timeout and let us jump, right, Pete?
That's right. Here's Klein. Allen Central with the ball. Drives into the lane. Loses it. Picked up by Martin. Betsy Layne. A big turnover that time. Martin gets it down to Hamilton. Hamilton drives under. Puts it up on the run. Misses. Contact. Ball batted outside to Dingus. Here's AC on the break. Thacker has it. Pulls up on the far side. The left wing. Gives it back out front to Belcher. Belcher said, let's hold on just a second. Set it up, girls. And she does. Right wing to Dingus. Baseline it goes. And losing the ball and picking it up is Dingus. Saved the ball on a knockdown pass and drove into the hoop and was fouled.
Foul's on 33, Whitney Tackett. That's her third, team 6. Dingus at the line to shoot 2. She scored 10 points all in the second quarter. The only 10 of the ball game for her. Make it 11 now.
The first one is good. It rolls in off the front rim, and that makes the score 40-34. But we got an unusual timeout call. Got a 30-second timeout. So, Kevin, I guess you better reward our sponsors with announcements.
Thank the people that make this possible. Appalachian Wireless, Pikeville College, Community Trust Bank, Cost Cutters, Pikeville Medical Center, Attorney Miller Kent Carter, Home Furniture, Charlie Vincent Insurance, Sound House Music, Maggard Furniture, Sam's Hot Dog Stand, and Parkview Pharmacy. I'd like to thank those folks for sponsoring the 58th District Tournament.
What about the hospitality here? Hospitality room is great here.
Hospitality room.
Dairy Queen. And Bo Scott does a great job, doesn't he?
Bo Scott, we do apologize for the other young man. We can't remember his name, but we'll get that in between games here and make sure we recognize him. And I think it was Mr. Butcher last night was able to help us on our parking and giving us our programs and rosters here for the tournament, making sure everything we got is correct. So we really appreciate the people here at Prestonsburg.
And Bo and his partner do a great job as custodians here at the school. And Dingus misses the second one. Rebound inside by Candace Meade. 6-point lead now for Allen Central. Meade with the basketball for Betsy Layne. Goes to the left of the key. Loses the ball. Picks it up. Wilgard gives it back outside to Tackett. Tackett sets up the offense. 1-2-2 stack. Popping out is Hamilton. On the right wing it goes to Meade. She tries to drive into the lane. We got a whistle. I believe there's a reach-in foul. Couldn't tell.
Got number 15, Klein. Okay, maybe that was Dingus. I probably said 15, but obviously it's 25. That's her second. Only the team fourth foul. So
Betsy Layne on the attack. Here's Tackett for 3 from the left wing. 2 go for the rebound. It comes out to Klein. Klein picks it up in backcourt. Gets it over to Thacker. Thacker drives across the mid-stripe. Gives it back outside. Near midcourt to Belter. Back to Thacker. Back to Belter. Into Klein. High post. Turns around left-handed. Puts it up. Falls the shot. Puts it in. But we got a whistle somewhere.
Foul on Allen Central here. Number 25. Dingus. Her third. Team fifth. So her Candace Meade was hanging inside.
6-point deficit for the Lady Bobcats. Here's Hamilton throwing in a high post to Meade. She turns around, puts up a 15-footer, and nails it. That looks simple enough, doesn't it?
First field goal of the quarter here for Betsy Layne as they trail 40-36 now.
Thacker to Klein. Klein underneath it goes to Johnson. Johnson turns around, puts it up, falls the shot, and she's fouled. Got another foul on Betsy Layne.
Who they got here? 53. Faith Reynolds. That's her second. Team seventh. So the Lady Rebels will be in the 1-1.
Sarah Johnson, the 5'8" sophomore.
Johnson's got 3 points in the ball game.
Ready for first and 2. I know the bonus no good. They're in the bonus. Sorry about that, folks. Here's Candace Meade on the rebound on that missed foul shot. And then she moves across the mid-stripe. All alone, looking over the defense. Looking. Gives it to Hamilton, who swings around the top of the key. Hamilton drives left of the lane. Cut off. Good defense that time. Back out front to Candace Meade. Now Martin pops out. They set up their stacked offense. Gives it to Meade. Pops out on the right side. Gives it to Hamilton for 3. No good. Ball's batted back out to Hamilton. She saves it. Gives to Meade. Meade moves in. 15-footer on the way, and it's no good. Rebounded inside by Sarah Johnson. Allen Central with the ball. Johnson across the midcourt she goes. To Dingus. Right side. To Klein. High post. She drives with the left hand. Nice move. Driving down the lane with the left hand off the glass for 2. 2:38 to play. 6-point deficit by the Bobcats, the Lady Bobcats. And here is Hamilton in a trap, and referee calls a foul, and Jennifer Martin didn't like that call. Referee looked at her pretty sternly, and Coach Hopkins sat down.
That's Klein's second, only the team sixth, so it's still not in the 1-1.
Meade inbounds it to Hamilton. Betsy Layne with the ball in their front court. Over to Hott, who's in the game on the baseline. To attack it back to Hott. She drives under, trying to put the ball off the glass, and she is fouled. Now, Hott is that 8th grader, isn't she? Or 7th grader?
7th grader.
7th grader, Taylor Hott, 5'4".
That foul was on 14, Sarah Johnson. Her third, team 7th. Taylor Hott at the line.
This is the first one, yep.
Got 3 points in the ball game. Betsy Layne is down 6 with 2:22 to go, so they need every point they can get.
In and out, no good. Allen Central on the rebound. That was Johnson with the rebound to Thacker. He moved across to Belter. Belter throws underneath low block to Dingus. She moves under, puts it up, and she is fouled.
Let's see who they got here. Number 14, Lindsay Martin. That's her third. Team 8. Dingus at the line to shoot 2. She is.
And the first one just rolls off for a miss. She's got one more. With a 6-point lead, 2:11 to play.
5 out of 8 from the foul line. Got 11 points in the ball game.
Here's the second one on the way. It's air ball. Out of bounds. She missed a whole goal that time. The chant goes up here over here on Betsy Layne's side. Air ball. Here's Betsy Layne in backcourt. Facing the half-court trap. Hamilton beats it. Down the far side. On the right side she goes. Dribbles back outside. to Martin. Back to Hamilton on the right wing. She's double teamed to Martin. AC double team ball. Take away from Martin. Here is Thacker streaking down the court, missing a layup. Betsy Layne on the rebound. The ball goes to the floor. There's a scramble. 4 girls on the floor. We got a pile up. It's not 1st and 10, folks. It's whoever their possession gives it to.
You don't know about that one. I believe they had a lot of arms and legs on that one. But anyway, 1:48 to go. 42-36 Allen Central.
And inbounds at the Klein, and she tries to throw it to Dingus. It's deflected and knocked out of bounds. It goes to Betsy Layne.
I thought Betsy Layne knocked that one out.
I won't have to clean my glasses off on that one. Well, we stopped a play there. One of the kindergarten kids got excited and ran out on the floor in almost full dress uniform. I think he's going after basketball, isn't he?
He's wanting to play.
Here's Packett on the left side, trying to drive, cut off, zone defense. And outside for a long three, no good that time by Martin. Rebound on the far side, loose ball knocked out of bounds. Allen Central going for it, knocked it out of bounds. That was Belter. And it's back to Betsy Layne with 1:24 to play, Kevin. This game has really moved. Here's Hamilton. Goes over to Candace Meade, top of the key. Candace looking. Hamilton, long three from the left wing, in and out. Almost got there, but she missed it. Dingus on the board for Allen Central. Dingus throws it down the far side to Thacker. Thacker dribbling. Across the mid-stripe she goes. Back to Bilter, mid-court. 1:03 to go. They just pass it back and forth. A long pass down court by Bilter, and she's fouled as she tried to hit the baseline pass.
Megan Hamilton. Her 4th, team 9th. 1 minute to go. I think Bilter will be at the line to shoot 1 in the bonus. She's 4 out of 4 in the ball game. Got 8 points. And she makes both of these. It might seal it for Allen Central. Excuse me.
She's ready for the first one. Up. And in and out. No good. That was a bonus she missed. Betsy Layne on the board. Hamilton across the mid-stripe. Double team. Throws it to Candace Meade. She loses the ball. Ball goes to the floor. There's another pile up. Allen Central has it some way or another. And they throw it away. Loose ball. Picked up top of key by Klein. And we've got a timeout on this side. I think the referee's calling a timeout. And Betsy Layne's wanting the traveling call. So there's a little bit of confusion. Let's keep it right here now, Kevin. See what's going on the floor. There is a timeout. A full timeout. But I don't know who has the ball. Do you?
Allen Central got it. They gave Allen Central a timeout there. I think Coach Hopkins is trying to just get possession of the ball and get a timeout and settle things down here. 37 seconds. Well, a little more than 37 seconds to go here. And
it was a wild scramble for the ball down here. The ball was just bouncing everywhere. 3 or 4 girls on the floor, reaching, hitting, tapping it to one another. They couldn't get the handle on the ball, and it bounced outside. Allen Central girl picked it up, streaked down this side here, near us on the near sideline, and there came a whistle and a timeout. So I guess, Kevin, you got the call on that, partner. It's Allen Central's basketball.
Yeah, I think they're going to retain possession over here. And like I said, I think they just went ahead and called a timeout to try to settle things down.
All right, Allen Central with the ball. Belter has it backcourt as she drives across the mid-stripe. She is fouled. There's 43 seconds to play. And Allen Central with the 6-point lead, 42-36. If she makes these, Kevin, you said a while ago she missed it, but she makes these, I believe that's going to pretty well seal it for Allen Central.
I was on Tackett, her 2nd, team 10th.
First one up, and it's good.
Bilter now with 9 points in the ball game.
Senior point guard, giving a lot of leadership for the Lady Rebels. 5'5". Here's the second one on the way, and it's good. 44-36, 8-point lead. Here's Martin for Betsy Layne. Across the mid-stripe she goes. Right of the lane, driving on the baseline, puts up a 10-footer. It's no good. Rebound fought for. Comes away on this near side, knocked out of bounds, and we've got a foul. Cassandra Akers talking to the official.
Foul's on Johnson, her 4th. teammate. Flannery will be at the line to shoot one in the bonus.
Flannery ready for important foul shots here. Makes the first one. 44-37, 32 seconds to go.
Betsy Layne's attempted 6 foul shots. That made her 7th attempt, or 2 out of 7.
Missing the second attempt and rebounded, fought for, but it goes out of bounds. Thacker knocked it out of bounds. No. Betsy Layne knocked it out of bounds, and it goes over to Allen Central. Here's Dingus. Inbounds in the backcourt to Belter. Back to Thacker. Thacker's double teamed in backcourt. We got a whistle and a foul. It's almost over, all but the shouting, isn't it, Kevin?
I think so. That foul was on number 20. Attack it again, her third. The Rebels are in the double bonus.
And Thacker nails the first one. Allen Central's done fairly well at the foul line now. They shot a lot of foul shots, too, haven't they?
They've shot a lot. We'll try to count some of them here, give them in the post-game show.
Second one's no good, too strong. Bounces back outside to Thacker. She retrieved her own missed foul shot. Cross court to Dingus. Dingus to Klein. Klein on the left wing, still dribbling with the ball. The left-hander is fouled.
She'll be fouled by Crystal Flannery. She'll be her first.
Klein has been a workhorse tonight, too, for Allen Central. Allen Central has really played hard, and they've played physical. They've worked really hard on defense and offense. And missing on the first one, she's got the second one. It's the double bonus now with 16 seconds to play. And Allen Central has this all but in their hip pocket.
Klein leads Allen Central with 14.
She missed the second one. The ball is knocked out of bounds, however, by Betsy Layne on the far side with 14 seconds to go. It's Lady Rebs basketball. And Coach Cassandra Akers, like the good sport and coach that she is, sends in a new 5.
She unloaded the bench there. We'll try to get some of these girls' names.
What a fantastic record she has at Betsy Layne.
Oh, yeah.
Can't take anything away from Cassandra Akers and her coaching ability.
She's been there 4 straight years, I think. And she knows it's a rebuilding process. And, she accepts that challenge, and she'll be back.
And here's Allen Central responding. And they put 5 subs in, too, Kevin.
They did.
They got some grade schoolers as well as Betsy Layne. And Betsy Layne, the clock is running down. Hot has the ball for Betsy Layne. Drives into the lane. And with that drive to the basket, we come to the end of the basketball game. Allen Central on top of Betsy Layne. Not an upset, folks. This is a rubber game, but the seeding went to Betsy Layne number 2 and Allen Central number 3. So with that, these Lady Rebs will move into the finals tomorrow night at 7 o'clock against Prestonburg Lady Blackcats at 45-37. Allen Central on top of Betsy Layne. We'll take you to the station, and we'll continue on. Oh, Kevin wants to continue on right here. We'll do a wrap-up because we want to get started in that next game. So, Kevin, take it away for the stats of this first ball game.
We'll give some quick numbers here and let Pete do his post-game show, and we'll wrap things up because we do have another ball game here. Got to get some names and numbers down for these boys. But first, for the ladies Bobcats, they were led by Megan Hamilton, the 8th grader, with 15. Candace Smeedy had 5. Whitney Tackett 4. Lindsay Martin 2. Abby Tackett 7. And Taylor Hawk come in, had 3. And Crystal Flannery had 1 for Betsy Layne. They end their season here as, like I said, the number 2 seed. But Allen Central advanced to the championship game. They'll take on the Lady Blackcats tomorrow night. They were led tonight by Anna Klein with 14. Maria Belter 10. Sarah Johnson 3. Amanda Thacker 7, and Elizabeth Dingus 11. So only 5 players in the scored column there for Coach Hopkins and the Lady Rebels, but she'll take the win. And after that first quarter, Pete, they played some pretty good ball, and they trailed 14-5 after the first quarter. But after that, that trap caused Betsy Layne a lot of trouble in the second quarter there. They was able to get the lead. They held on to it, and they advanced to the championship game now.
They played excellent defense in that second quarter, and they fought real hard. They couldn't solve Betsy Layne's defense the first quarter, but they got through it the second quarter, and they got on that big scoring run there. The momentum changed over to Allen Central. I can't say enough about the effort that Klein put out for Allen Central and the little point guard Billiter. They did outstanding work for Coach Hopkins. This All in the Family preseason show turned into a family feud tonight. And it was the rubber game, of course, for these two ball clubs. Each had beaten the other one apiece, and this was a rubber game. But you have to give Allen Central a lot of credit. Betsy Layne is awfully young, only 2 seniors on the ball club. Allen Central has some experienced girls out there, Billiter, Danis, Klein. Most of those girls played last year. They sprinkled in a few young girls, but really I think the experience paid off in this tournament game for Allen Central. Coach Hopkins had her father and her uncle helping her, and Cassandra Akers only had her husband, so they were outnumbered 3-2 on that. But it was a fine basketball game, and well coached for both coaches.
Yeah, and with that, like I said, we'd like to remind everyone to join us back here in about 20 or 25 minutes for the second game tonight between the South Florida Raiders and the Prestonsburg Blackcats. Should be an entertaining ball game. And, Pete, with that, why don't you go ahead and give them your customary wrap-up, and we'll be back in a few minutes for the second ball game tonight.
Thank you, Caven, and I've got Shane here on the camera, and know we're anxious to get this second game started. And folks, we're glad to bring this game to you in the 58th district. We'll be back for the nightcap here between Prestonsburg and South Florida. Boys, don't go away. It's taken as one of the better games in the district tournament throughout the state. And so we'll be back, and we'll see you here at the 58th district tournament at Prestonsburg High School in a few minutes. With me, and we're getting ready to play in a few minutes the finals of the 58th District Championship game for the girls between Allen Central and Prestonsburg. And with that information, Kevin and I have some more information for you here tonight, and we're going to take you back through some of the history championship tournaments of Floyd County schools in the 58th District. We're going to be able to mention some of them. We won't get all of them, but we think it's worth going back through history lane and recognizing